everyone, this is Persephone. If you're not new, you know how many times I said on this channel that I have Asperger's syndrome, hardcore autism, and that I also come from a mental illness dynasty with very abusive parents. And especially my mother told me hundreds of times, or maybe thousands of times, literally, ever since I was a kid, that you are extremely unattractive in and out because of autism, you're just a freak, no one will love you, no one will ever marry you. That resulted in me doing lifelong research on things that I felt that I don't know about relationships, about how to approach people, how to win people over, how to behave in a decent way. And I always felt that I'm lacking and that everybody else somehow knows these things. And because I have autism and because I lived in the basement, like the proverbial basement, complete isolation for 10 years with my mother, that it's me who is like left behind. And this last month, I realized to a shocking degree that that was actually a lie. That there is a huge amount of men of all races, all ages and all socioeconomic backgrounds walking on this earth completely clueless about everything that has to do with relationships, dating, friendships, and being a decent human being in general. And I decided that instead of hating these people, instead of retaliating, and instead of just blocking them, or instead of fantasizing that maybe one of my other businesses is going to take off and then I'm just going to, I don't know, disappear and people will be wondering about me and other dysfunctional stuff that I think from time to time, I should just see some of these people as misguided and in need of help instead of just cockroaches. So today I'm going to tell you some things that they're going to help you with life, relationships, and femdom if you are into femdom. It's not even going to be a gender specific video because you can use the advice if you're a woman or a trans person or a non-binary person and so on. Your pronouns, we accept all pronouns here. So one of the things that you are not learning about, especially if you're American, oh my God, Americans live in some parallel bubble, especially if you are from Los Angeles and New York, from what I have observed. You live in some kind of reality covered by membrane where everyone else is outside and you are there inside in some kind of induced psychosis. But okay, let's take things from the very beginning. The average beta man is a total loser who has lost complete control and hope for his life. That stems from many things. I'm not going to talk about 2 inches or 3 inches in this video and cheapen the content, but mostly it has a lot to do with the lack of balance. That I see a lot of men engaging in behaviors that are very polarizing and that they doom you no matter what you do. So to become specific and speak with examples, things that you can start doing right now, like today you can start changing them, that they will make you more attractive, not just romantically, but also as a person, more charismatic, and they don't need any money, which is very important because I know that in these trying times, we don't have money to waste. Thing number 1, as a man, and as a thinking human, I want you to have an opinion. For example, you invite a woman out on a date and the woman asks, what do you want to eat? If you have a favorite food that is not something weird, you can say, let's go to an Italian restaurant. That's attractive. Even to me as a woman, a man with an opinion is attractive. I'm not talking about some opinionated devil's advocate. I'm talking about a normal person that I'm trying to get to know them and they have a preference. Please, for the love of God, don't say, oh, I don't know, what do you want? This screams omega, not beta. If you are like me, because like I said, I lived for 20 years in the basement, I didn't have opinions because when you don't experience anything in life, it's very difficult to have an opinion about actual tangible experiences. Like for example, if you have Asian parents that they said just study and live also in your own basement and you're an adult, it's okay to try watching some movies on your own, try listening to some music, try different foods, and see what you like and form an opinion that is going to save you from looking like a freak later on. If you're into fandom, I have started to block people and actually feel sadistic euphoria that they contact me, especially on Night Flirt. They contact me and I ask, what are you into? And they are saying, I don't know, what are you into? And here's the thing. Usually, either they just saw my picture and, oh my God, you have big boobs, so I'm contacting you, which is not fandom, or they have something extremely specific in mind that is very weird, like I love going out in a penguin costume, scaring women off, and they expect me to somehow guess it and also be into it. So whatever I say that I'm into, they don't want to do it. These people don't get a second chance with me because that is subhuman behavior. So please have an opinion and not be afraid to express it. It's attractive to express opinions and it's free. On the other hand, because you're going to say, okay, why did you say this is polarizing? Having too much of an opinion or too strong of an opinion or a low empathy and low IQ opinion is also extremely unattractive. What do I mean by that? The inspiration for this video comes from a guy who, the first problem is that he found me from my channel about AI and he decided to message me and say, I want to get to know you more. What is the bucket for me to throw up later after this phrase? Like, it brings me the ick. And second is like, he messaged me an hour ago on OnlyFans saying, I want you to do more normal content. I'm not a cuck. I've been a dominatrix for years at this point. And 99% of my fans are also into fetishes. Or at least they're not kink-shaming me and my other fans. They don't say, oh, I want you to do normal content, implying that my content is abnormal. And to get this out of the way, BDSM are not considered abnormalities according to the Diagnostical and Statistical Manual. And I'm talking about American psychiatrists, not me and my opinions from the basement. So you are messaging me with your unsolicited opinion and you are saying to me essentially, please change the entire content of your OnlyFans and also change your sexual orientation because I don't like it. I said that I'm not going to be cursing on my videos because I don't like it, so I'm going to ask it as nicely as again. Who are you again? After having the nerve to message me that you want to get to know me like we're on a dating site, you're saying that the things that I like are not normal, I'm not a cuck. Oh, too bad. Maybe if you were a cuck, you would have a chance, like in some parallel universe, but if you want to have missionary in the dark with the blankets on top with me, that's never going to happen. You know, I have some bad news. So having the ability to understand that having an opinion and when to express it and when it's like inappropriate to express it is a gift. This is going to make the difference on how much money you make, if you make a good or a terrible impression in so many areas of life. But if you're American, again, from my experience, no one ever tells you that. People are going to say, just be yourself, bro. No. I would say try being yourself, and if it consistently gets you in trouble, if it consistently gets you rejected, you have to change. And there is no shame in self-development and changing. Thing number 2. Wanting to get a girlfriend, completely normal, and totally approaching random women like a creep. Actually directed to the person that I mentioned earlier that really pissed me off. There are so many occasions that it's totally normal and totally appropriate socially to approach women, and women want to be approached. Unless you look like horrible, completely out of shape, you haven't showered, and you have some kind of like monstrous problems, there are a lot of single women out there. Of course, if you're going to say the women that I want don't want me, this is a different video, like you're out of reality standards. I'm talking about an average guy who would be okay with an average girl. For example, when you go into someone's wedding, there are lots of single women who go there hoping to find a boyfriend. When you go into someone's birthday and they're very sociable, there are going to be single women there. There is going to be his girlfriend's sister, his girlfriend's best friend, his dog's groomer, and so on. Those are occasions where it's expected of you as a single man to actually meet women, because I have these men who contact me and they expect me to change their lives in a magic way. That they say they want a girlfriend, but when I ask them what do they actually do, and when they actually go out to meet a girlfriend, there's nothing. It's like they hung out with the same 2 guys ever since they were in elementary school. They work some job like electrician that practically has no women, or has maybe 1 girl that she can pick from hundreds of guys, so she's not going to pick them. And they practically think that, what, God is going to make a girlfriend manifest in your front door? So if you say, first of all, no one invites me to weddings, well, I have some bad news. That's why I said big boy pants video. If you have no chance of being in those occasions where it's okay to meet women, you have to start by creating the occasions. Why are you so antisocial and no one ever invites you anywhere anyway? That's a problem by itself. And if you say, I've tried all of that and it didn't work, I have some bad news for you. If you played your cards right when it comes to behavior and emotional intelligence and losing the weight, that is going to be the part 3 of this painful video, it would have worked out sooner or later.